What's up guys, Steve here. A little bit of a different video today. These are videos I kind of do for myself and I have them unlisted on the YouTube channel as a kind of just like a way for me to show some items to buyers who want to see better videos, better pictures, everything like that. Put them in 4K, stuff like that. Try to have an easy transaction and show everything I'm trying to do here. So this is pretty much a sales video. Everything in this video is for sale. Some of these cards are really expensive, some of them are not so expensive. I'll go through them, I'll state all the prices, I'll show off everything to do with them. And there's some pretty special stuff here, and I figured maybe the YouTube channel probably would have appreciated this kind of like a behind-the-scenes sort of thing with a more rare and more expensive items. So, we'll start from the cheapest. We have the VS Lenticular Deoxys deck. Now I have two of these available. They'll be $670 US each. Everything will be in US dollars in this video, just for the sake of easy, because everyone can convert to US dollars rather easy. So 670 for these. I think lowest list is around 800 on eBay, so I figured 670 off eBay is quite free. Quite easy for both of us, and I have two of these for sale, and you know, most of the items in this video I do have a deal lined up. That doesn't mean they're not available, so if you do see this video and you want to reach out and buy something, let me know. I'll let you know if it's still available. Maybe I have another copy or I have another sealed item of this and we can do a deal. So we've got two of these. Then we have this Rokon's Crystal Seasons booster box, kind of not really a booster box, like display box. Comes with a bunch of packs, comes with the two Alolan Vulpix cards and the normal Vulpix cards. So you see on the outside here, there is a little bit of plastic. And usually on these sealed items like this, I'll wrap them in a thin sheet of plastic. And then you can see here, it's kind of cut up at the bottom. But I put it on top of the original seal to protect the original seal. And you can see here, the original seal is still there. And I've had this for a long time, so it's perfectly sealed. It's perfectly fine. If you're looking for something like this, let me know. The price will be $1,100 US. I think I saw prices of around $1,300 to $1,500 on eBay, so I figured $1,100. But if you want that, feel free to reach out. If you've got a counter offer, I probably will accept something a little bit lower than that, but that's if it doesn't sell for a while. So $1,100, I'm pretty set on. That includes shipping all around the world. So these three cards are the topic of discussion. I just want to get those two out of the way. Three items right here. We have a Victory Orb 2003, Victory Ring 2003, and number 2 Trainer 2002, new back Neo style. Oh, sorry, new back E-Series style at the bottom there. And it's a named copy, so it's official. Comes with the folder. The Neo, the Victory Ring and Victory Orb both come with a folder as well. I'll go through those and I'll show those off as well. So we'll start off with the Victory. Actually, no, we'll start off with the Neo Trainer folder. So I'll put these cards to the side. For the sake of the video, the three items in that I'm going to talk about are these three. $25,000 for the Neo 2 Trainer. $4,500 US for the Victory Ring, and then $7,500 US for the Victory Orb. And I'll show the conditions. I'll explain why I think those prices are just why they are, and we'll go through that. So I'll move all this to the side, and then we will start off showing off this Neo folder. So this folder's in pretty good condition. I've had about 5 of these, and this is probably, I'd say, like close to the best condition I've had. The outer folder is like really nice. At the bottom here, just a little bit of a small kind of damage. I don't really know how to explain that, but it's pretty much unnoticeable. Right here in the back, you can see someone's kind of like slid something against it, or maybe some piece of plastic's rubbed against that over time, or something like that. The corners seem pretty good. This is usually the worst part of the folder because it's really easy to scratch off. But you can see there's just a little bit missing, and it's really good. I mean, 21 years old. These were handed to kids, sent in envelopes all over Japan. Corners are really nice. So what we really care about is the inside, and that is the certificate, and it's looking really nice. There's a little bit something that is to discuss, and that's this little bit right here. I'm not really sure what it is. Maybe like a little bit of food or some sort of just like dirt that got stuck on it over time. And you can see when the folder was closed, it rubbed off to around there. So I'll show that off real quick. You can see that was closed on itself. It matches up pretty much perfectly. The rest of this sleeve is really, really, really good condition. This is just a piece of paper that's kind of locked in by these 4 blue things. Now, I'm going to talk a lot in this video about the items to like the buyer of the card, as that's what I do usually with these videos, and they stay unlisted. So I'm sorry if I'm just talking heaps, but you know, this is my job. So my job as the seller, I need to disclose exactly what this is. This is a perfect item in my opinion. You know, for the age of it, I'd probably put it as an 8 out of 10 condition on the folder itself. And that's pretty impressive. You don't really get that with such really old items. And usually when people sell their trophy cards, they don't actually sell the folders themselves. So it's really special there. So this is the Victory Ring folder. It's in pretty good condition. You can tell it's the Victory Ring. It's like the spring winning champion folder, or not champion, but the spring winners folder from the Battle Road tournament, and it's in green, and that's how you can tell it's a Victory Ring folder. And the certificate itself is in pretty much immaculate condition. It's great. The biggest issue with some of these old folders is the way they were like sealed in with this. It's kind of like a frame. I'm not sure how to explain it. It's like a frame around here, and Japan's a very hot and a very humid place. It's also very dirty. So I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, my cat's going crazy. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but I'm not sure if you can see this too well, but on the sides here, we'll just actually turn this light off just to get less reflection there. There's a little bit of dust and grime that's kind of like settled into the folder there, and I'll try and show it all pretty well, but that's really common on these Battle Roads. Every single one of these I've had, super common. What happens is this is just paper pretty much, so settles in, humidity sets in, and it becomes a part of the paper over time. The rest of the folder is in pretty good condition. A little bit of a chunk there. It's unfortunate, but is what it is. Like I said, 20 years old. 20 years old for some of these now. Wow. You know, I remember when I first saw these, they were around like $800 each. $400 to $800 roughly, if you know, depending on the condition and if you got the folder. And I could not afford them. That was a long time ago. I could not afford something like this when it was $400, $800. It took me a long time to even muster up the courage to buy something for $400, and here we are now. So, you know, it's not too bad. A little bit of a chunk at the bottom there. I'm trying to show off everything. And when I say chunk, I mean like very, very small. It looks like a dent here, but it's actually the fold of the folder from the front. So that is not a dent, but there is something at the back there that obviously I should and need to disclose. I'm just trying to show this off. In person, this looks like the world's biggest thing, but you know, on the video here, it's like literally nothing. But you can barely see this, but I'm just trying to show that there. So that is the Victory Ring folder, and I pretty sure I quoted the Victory Ring at 4,500, and correct me if I'm wrong, but whatever it was at the start of the video, that's the absolute price. I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit here because I don't usually show this many items off in this video. So this is the Victory Orb folder, and it has a huge kind of like something stained it there, but that's what happens over time. So the stains go all the way up to the top there, a little bit there. There's one down here as well, but other than that, pretty good. The certificate's in great condition. The sleeve's in pretty good condition. If you always want more photos or anything like that, feel free to reach out if you're concerned about something. I don't mind, but these are beautiful. Has the Gen 2 starters. This folder is in really, really good condition. Very slight press right there. Maybe someone held it too hard. Something fell on it. Corners are in pretty good condition. I love the way they just focused on the corner. That was awesome. Here's the back of it. Yeah, that little like bend on the corner is probably the only thing. There's something right here. Looks like a little bit of scraped off. This is kind of like leather bound. I'm guessing this is leather. Feels like leather. It's really nice. Wow. Pokemon history right here. It's such a nice item. And you can see here, this was given to the 3rd place winner of the Victory Orb. Victory Orbs are a lot more, how do I explain it? They're a lot more, I guess, rarer than the Victory Rings. So usually 1st, 3rd place was given to Victory Orbs in the winter tournament, and the Victory Rings, I think, all the way up to like 16th place. And there's a lot more Victory Rings and Victory Orbs. That's why the price is so much different. But we'll go into the condition of cards now, and I'll show you what's what and why is what price. But we'll have to zoom in for this one. If you guys do like these kind of videos, let me know. You know, whenever I do like a big deal or something like that, I don't mind putting these out there. Obviously, with the buyers, you know, if the buyer says yes, please, I'd like to show my cards off, or no, please, David, I want to keep this private. I'll respect their privacy, but these are all mine for now. They're not sold, so I'm happy to do this video and ramble at the camera and show the YouTube people what goes on behind the scenes. So we'll zoom in. And we're all zoomed in here. We've got this light turned on. I'm going to do my best not to have to take the cards out of the sleeves, but I'm going to do it just for the buyer's case. So when handling super, super rare cards like this, you don't want to be touching the surface in any way. Don't want to put your thumbs on it. My hands are completely clean. I wash them about 3 or 4 times before I handle cards and make sure they're completely dry beforehand. So I'm just going to show the surface of this card here. We'll just run like kind of, I'll go down and then up and then down and up, just so you can see it's like crease free, nothing hidden, because this is a really expensive card, and a little bits of damage here and there drastically changes the grade of the card. But as you can see, no hidden dents or anything like that. Corners are great. If you want like a high definition scan, or if you want some really close up photos just, you know, from my phone, feel free to reach out. But this kind of stuff's better on video. So you can see the corners on this card. I'll lift my top fingers up. They're really, really nice. Really, really nice. All through the back of this card, there is nothing. I hate handling cards like this, honestly. I've done it so many times, but I just hate it every single time. So sometimes you can see something that might look like something, but it's just the waviness texture of the actual card. This card is in immaculate condition. You can see the bottom corners there. This is great. The only thing to really, really worry about cards like this, and this is just speaking from experience, not this card in general, is when they go in the folders, the sleeves that come in the folders, and the cards usually sit in the folders for like 10, 20 years. So the sleeves that are in the folders are not that great. They're not like a penny sleeve. They don't have a really tight close at the top. They're just open. And the card's almost sticking out. And what happens is dust settles all across the top of the card. It has happened on the victory ring, so I'll use that as an example. I'll definitely show you. But this one's really, really nice. And if you need more, just let me know. I mean, trying to be completely transparent, 25,000 US dollars for this. I believe that to be a pretty reasonable and fair price. I know of number ones that have sold for like 42 to like 45,000. And I even traded my other number one of the Neo Trainer for a number 3 Full Art Pikachu trophy, which is probably valued around the same. So I think the number 2s, I know of old sales around 25 to 30. And I think that's pretty fair in this current day and age. So, you know, it doesn't have to be a complete sale. I'm always open to trading plus a little bit of money, or just trading and maybe I give you money if you got something pretty rare. But we'll talk about that in another day. So we got this victory ring. Beautiful card here. But you can see at the top, you can see this kind of dust is like settled on the card. And combined with humidity, it's Japan. It's really hot. It's kind of made this little bit of a brown stain on the card. And that's why the price on this is a little bit less. I'm pretty sure I said 4,500. And it's got a little bit of a... How do I show this? A little bit of a tiny dent at the top there as well. So 4,500. PSA 10s, I think, sell for like 6,500 to 7,000, 8,000. I'm not up to date on everything, but I'm happy with my price of 4,500. If I don't get that, that's completely fine with me. So that's the victory ring. You know, the rest of the card's condition doesn't really matter. Once you see it's a little bit, you know, brown here and there. I still think it's like PSA 8, PSA 9, but on the number 2 train, I didn't really give like a PSA estimate. I don't like giving PSA estimates, to be honest, but if I had to, I would say it has to be PSA 9. Like, I can't imagine, like, usually on these old, especially these E-series cards, the corners like kind of like peel up. I think the victory ring has that. I didn't show that. Yes, the victory ring, you see how those corners like a little bit peeled up. Usually that happens on the E-series trainers quite often, and this one, it has not happened. So sorry, I thought I saw something on this E-series trainer, but it's just something sitting on top of the top loader. Bloody cats. I mean, cats are just the bane of my existence. But I love them so much. I love the cats. I know this video is not about cats, it's about rare cards. And most people watching this is probably like, when are you going to show the victory orb? And now I'm going to show the victory orb. This card right here is a little bit damaged, and that's why I'm pretty sure I said 7,500. I wrote the prices down and I put them to the right of me, but sometimes I don't know what my own writing says, so yeah, this is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that hollow pattern on this victory orb. So this card's problems come from the back, and it has some dents at the top here. Someone may be trying to take it out of the sleeve inside the folder, and they just put their finger too much in. That looks like a fingernail dent in my experience. And I think down here somewhere, where are you? Right there. There's another little bit of a dent, and that can happen. People like dropping stuff on it. And let me see. Is it on the front of the card? No, it's not even on the front. Wow, that's crazy. So just on the back is a little bit, but the rest of the card, it's so sad. And the main reason why I'm actually selling this and the Victory Ring is I have other ones that are just in better condition for myself. That's pretty much it. I actually paid more for the other ones than I'm selling these ones for, but that is what it is. You know, sometimes not everything you purchase plans out for you, and well, pans out, I guess is the correct word. And you know, this Victory Orb is actually selling at, I think, a little bit of a loss. So I'm not going to say my loss is your gain, but it's a beautiful looking Victory Orb. Comes with the original folder as well. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoy this kind of video, guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope the buyers of these cards are happy with the showcase that I was given. Usually when I buy stuff, I'm not given any showcase at all. So I'm super happy that I'm able to... That's like a thumbnail photo right there, right at the end. I don't need to make a thumbnail. I'll just put this as a thumbnail. And I'm happy. I'm still here. I'm happy to let go of these cards at the prices that I mentioned. I'll put the prices in the description as well. Feel free to reach out on Instagram if you want these. They are for sale currently when the video is live on the 16th of the 10th, 2023. So beautiful looking number 2 trainer right there. Don't see these cards every day. I'm going to be really sad to see this go, but there are certain other cards that I really want for my collection, so that's just how it is. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys, and I hope you have a great day.